Today, we are going to talk about a problem that eventually finds its way into every single yard. Weeds. I'll be completely honest with you. Even after years of working in landscaping and studying plants, I still deal with weeds in my own yard. Like most of you, I'd much rather spend my weekends relaxing and enjoying my garden than spending hours on my knees pulling out stubborn roots. Now, having some weeds is just a normal part of gardening. But if you're tired of the constant maintenance, we can actually solve this pretty easily using nature's own design. Today, we're going to walk through 7 tough, low-growing perennial ground covers. Instead of relying on constant weeding or buying endless bags of wood mulch year after year, these living carpets naturally knit together to shade the soil and block out weeds before they can even sprout. Let's look at the 7 best varieties we can plant to get this done. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. On this channel, we talk all about landscapes, from low-maintenance plant selections to clever layout plans, helping you design a beautiful yard with way less effort. First up is the gold standard of sunny ground covers, Creeping Thyme. Now, this plant is perfect for zones 4 through 9, thrives in full sun, and does best in dry, lean soil. Let me tell you, this plant is an absolute powerhouse. It tops out at just 3 inches tall, meaning it never looks messy and you never have to mow it. And unlike grass, every time your foot brushes against it, it releases a sweet, herbal scent. It spreads by rooting stems that knit together into a dense, solid mat. The secret to creeping thyme is tough love. It thrives in sandy, poor-quality soil. If you give it rich fertilizer, it gets leggy, thin, and allows weeds to break through. Look for varieties like Magic Carpet for intense pink blooms, or Elfin if you want a tight, moss-like look between stepping stones. Next up is Bugleweed, also known as ajuga. This robust ground cover thrives in zones 3 through 9, adapts beautifully to part sun or full shade, and performs best in moist, well-draining soil. Ajuga is a member of the mint family, but don't panic. It spreads via above-ground runners, or stolons, making it incredibly easy to control compared to its invasive cousins. It forms a dense, evergreen to semi-evergreen mat that smothers weed seeds in deep shade. If you want a stunning look, skip the straight green species. Grab the cultivar Chocolate Chip, which has tiny, rich mahogany leaves, or Black Scallop for a dark, almost black foliage contrast that makes your garden beds look incredibly expensive. Third on our list is Spotted Dead Nettle, or Lamium. This resilient shade hero is hardy in zones 4 through 9, loves a spot in part shade to full shade, and requires a sharply well-drained soil. Don't let the name scare you. It has no sting. This is the ultimate plant for what landscapers call dry shade. Those impossible dusty, dark spots right underneath established trees and shrubs where nothing else survives. Lamium spreads quickly but politely, creating a shimmering carpet of silver leaves. Because the leaves are almost entirely silver, they act like little mirrors, catching the light and brightening up the darkest, most forgotten corners of your yard. Fourth is Creeping Jenny. This moisture-loving beauty is highly reliable in zones 4 through 9, performs well in full sun to part shade, and absolutely loves damp, wet soil. It's perfect for those low, damp spots in your yard where water collects or the hose always leaks. But let's make a very important distinction. Only buy the Aurea cultivar. The straight wild green species of Creeping Jenny can be incredibly aggressive and hard to manage, but Aurea is slightly more well-behaved, And its brilliant chartreuse yellow foliage brings a stunning, designer-level contrast to the yard. It pairs beautifully with the dark purple of ajuga. Mixing these two creates a high-contrast, zero-maintenance mosaic that completely shades out weeds. Moving on, we have cranesbill hardy geranium. This indestructible workhorse is built for zones 4 through 8, grows happily in full sun to part shade, and is highly versatile in almost any adaptable, well-draining soil. If you want something with a little more height to skirt around the base of your taller shrubs, look no further than this plant. Unlike delicate annual geraniums, this is a tough, rhizomatous perennial. It grows about a foot tall, forming a dense canopy of deeply lobed, aromatic leaves. Because it grows slightly taller, it casts a heavy shadow over the soil, making it physically impossible for weeds underneath to get the sunlight they need to sprout. Plus, rabbits and deer won't touch it because of the fragrant oils in the leaves. Our sixth plant is Caucasian Stonecrop, a creeping sedum that is rock-solid in zones 4 through 9, thrives in full sun, and prefers rocky, dry, poor soil. If you have a hot, rocky slope, a retaining wall, or a south-facing garden border that gets absolutely baked by the summer sun, most ground covers will wither and die. But Caucasian Stonecrop thrives on it. This is a creeping succulent. It stores water in its thick, fleshy leaves, meaning it requires zero watering once its roots are established. It spreads outward to form a tight, colorful, rubbery mat. Look for the cultivar Dragon's Blood. It starts bright green in spring, blooms with crimson flowers in summer, and turns a rich bronze red in the fall. Finally, we have Microclover, specifically the Pipolina cultivar. This sustainable turf replacement is fantastic for zones 3 through 9, grows easily in full sun to part shade, and actually prefers poor, low-fertility soil. If you want to replace a patchy, weed-infested section of grass lawn entirely, this is exactly what you need. Standard white clover can get a bit tall and floppy, but microclover stays under 4 inches and tolerates heavy foot traffic beautifully. Clover is a legume, which means it actually extracts nitrogen from the air and feeds it directly back into the soil, fertilizing itself and keeping your lawn green without any synthetic chemicals. Its broadleaf canopy blocks over 90% of light from reaching the soil, completely choking out crabgrass and dandelions. Now, let's address the most common question. If we plant these small plugs today, won't weeds just pop up in the bare spots while we wait for them to grow? They definitely will, unless we use a simple cardboard bridge hack. Let me show you how to set this up in 4 straightforward steps to keep weeds out while your new plants get established. Step 1. Soil prep. Clear out any active weeds in the bed. Lightly loosen the top 2 inches of soil, but do not till. Tilling just wakes up thousands of dormant weed seeds and brings them to the surface. Step 2. Layout and spacing. Lay out your ground cover pots. For fast spreaders like thyme or ajuga, space them about 8 to 12 inches apart. Plant them directly into the soil. Step 3. The cardboard bridge. This is our secret. Grab plain brown shipping cardboard boxes. Make sure you remove all the tape, shipping labels, and staples. Lay single sheets of cardboard flat on the soil, cutting holes directly around your newly planted ground cover plugs. This cardboard creates a physical, biodegradable barrier that blocks light and smothers any weed seeds underneath. Step 4. Wood chip mulch. Cover the cardboard with a 3-inch layer of clean, organic wood chip mulch. This holds the cardboard down, retains soil moisture, and keeps the bed looking clean. As the months go by, your ground covers will spread horizontally underneath the decomposing cardboard. By the time the cardboard breaks down in a year or two, your plants will have knitted together into a solid living carpet, and you won't have to keep buying mulch or pulling weeds in this bed. Choosing to transition your garden beds to living mulch is a great, low-maintenance way to get a yard with a lot less ongoing work. But I'd love to hear from you. What is the most frustrating weed you are currently dealing with in your yard? Let know in the comments below, along with your gardening zone. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next video. And as always, happy gardening!